How's it going, broskies? This video is on skimming. Skimming is basically just any line clear that is a single, double, or a triple. There are two main uses for skimming that isn't just panic clearing lines, and those uses are: number one, to even out the height of your stack. In this example, I have an eye dependency right over here, and I can put an eyepiece there, but I can also skim to build up that column. And so the result of that is me not needing to use an eyepiece for the eye dependency. Number two, to get rid of a piece you can't put anywhere. On this board, this S piece doesn't really go anywhere. And if we hold, it doesn't go anywhere either because it's the same piece. But we can skim on the edge here to get rid of those S pieces. And now we're completely fine. So now that I've shown you what skimming is used for, here are some common skims that you'll be able to utilize. And note that all these skims are also applicable to center wells. The following skims will have the same board state. The first 8 columns will be the tallest part of the stack. The 9th column will be lower than the first 8 columns, and then we have the well on the far right. And all these skims will sort of raise the height of this 9th column, and it does this by getting rid of some of the lines on top of it. Those are the lines we're going to be skimming. In this very extreme example, this 9th column is going to get closer to all these 8 columns when we keep on skimming those lines. And now this is completely leveled. So let's look at the first one. If we skim this O piece on the far right side, you'll clear 2 lines, but you can imagine that the residue will look the exact same as if you just raised this 2 blocks. So let's do the skim and we'll see. And as you can see, it's the exact same shape. This edge was just raised 2 blocks. So that's how you can imagine what the residue is going to look like after you skim. This will work the exact same with the S piece. All you gotta do is imagine that this is gonna be 2 higher, and that's what the residue will look like after you skim. Now, if you try to do the same thing with a Z piece, you'll notice that it doesn't quite work. What you actually need to happen is have the well be on the opposite side, and now this is where it works. Now with the J and the L piece, you can rotate them once clockwise and skim them like this. Just note that the J piece requires this 3rd row to also be filled out. And to imagine the residue of the stack after you skim, you just have to build this up 3 blocks instead of the normal 2, because this is a 3 tall block. With the same example, just with a T piece, it would be the exact same. You'd skim it here, and the residue would look like if you just raised this 3 blocks. So let's just do it. If you want to practice this, I recommend doing 2 wides. 2 wides is basically the same thing as normal sprinting, except instead of the well being 1 wide usually, it's actually 2 wide this time. So when you get to the top, you can practice your skimming. If you're lazy like me though, you can play a user mode and it will have the 2 wide already built for you. For now, this is all you really need to know about skimming. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at skimming's way hotter older brother, down stacking.